Hi Taurus, welcome to your June 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. This will not resonate with every Taurus that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Taurus, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Taurus. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Taurus and cross watchers that energy is fluid. This simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Taurus, let's get this reading started. I'll be using my sound bowl first to clear and set the energy. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit only for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, Taurus. So let's see what's happening in June for my Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Anyone dealing with the Taurus? What is the energy surrounding Taurus in the month of June? Who wants to come through for Taurus's energy? Does anyone have their eye on Taurus? If so, who is Spirit? Let's dive deep into this. What is the energy surrounding Taurus right now in love and romance? Okay, Taurus, what we have here is go slow. And it says take time to get to know each other. So this is for the people, the collective that have met someone, maybe even around your birthday, in the month of May, or you guys have been kind of really starting to engage with one another. Maybe you guys hung out over your birthday. It's not for everyone, obviously, but regardless if that birthday message is for you or not, there is someone here that you're kind of feeling out. But I wonder if it's a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, or anyone with fire in their chart, specifically like fire Mars or fire Venus, because they're ready for you, Taurus. They're ready to take you out, to have you come over, to jump right on in this whirlwind of romance, of passion and desire. But Spirit's telling you to go slow, and maybe there's more to this person than what you see right now. And that's why Spirit wants you to kind of, hit the brakes a tiny bit and see if you need to observe anything else about this person. Because I feel right now, Taurus, they're doing a lot to impress you. They're doing a lot to seduce you. They're doing a lot to kind of just get you to open up more. But we'll pull cards, of course. There's something here, though, that Spirit wants you to pay attention to first. Just to see if you guys really are in alignment with each other, just to see if their true intentions are really something that you want to deal with or that is in alignment with what you want in love and romance. So, they may be trying to really hit you up, really maybe trying to hang out with you, specifically hook up with you for a lot of you, okay? They're very strongly sexually attracted to you, but Spirit's saying go slow. All right, so let's see. The letter G is standing out to me. First, middle, last, initial. Could mean something to someone, perhaps. Tell me more. Ooh, let's see. Let's see what they want to tell you, Taurus. I wish you could give me a sign. Yeah, they're all in, Taurus. And I think they may be a little bit, someone here, whether it's you or the other person, someone's a little bit frustrated because someone's going slow. Because, they're taking a while to really fully engage, to bite the bait, to dive on into this, and to start, the summer of love, even if you're in the southern hemisphere, that period of love. that they're really ready to jump in with you, but they're really hoping that you give them that thumbs up, Taurus, that you're really going to flirt back, that you're going to engage back. But they do kind of feel like, or wonder if you really truly are digging this as much as they're digging you. It's been a question on their mind. And I do feel this sense of a little bit of sensitivity around this situation with you, Taurus, because when they saw you in person or saw your profile on a dating app or Instagram, whatever, like they knew they wanted to get to know you. But so far, the energy hasn't been reciprocated as far as that goes. But I don't think they're seeing your side to it. They're not seeing that you just don't want to, waste your time on someone that isn't going to give you what you want. And you know what? In my honest opinion, my humble honest opinion, it's better to take things a little bit slowly at first. Because if you put your whole heart into it, and I may be speaking this as a Cancer sun, Pisces rising, but when you start to kind of fantasize and daydream and have these expectations of someone that you don't really know, those expectations may not be met. And then you kind of are in this world of hurt for kind of daydreaming about a fantasy that was never going to be set in reality. So I think this time around, Taurus, whether you've experienced that before or you just are aware of, situations like that happening in the world, you're definitely going to play your cards right. But they just want you, Taurus. They want you now. They want you to come over. They want you to, be comfortable with them putting their arm around you or kissing you in public and telling everyone that you guys are seeing each other, that you're hooking up. I feel this person just really is excited about getting to know you more and is passionate about pursuing things further. So will it go further in June? Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. I'm getting that someone lives by a fast food restaurant that you guys have gone to late in the night after a night of hanging out. You went there just to get some like tacos or some burgers and fries. Almost kind of like a little drunk little snack. They think about that night. They had a lot of fun with you then. Whew, so dead center, this is the Seven of Swords. So Aquarius had this in their reading. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius or if you have Aquarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Aquarius reading. Yeah, there's some things that are giving you a little bit of a red flag, Taurus. And maybe that's why you're going to kind of take things slow. Or this could be someone, I know people like to pin down to the death of it. Seven of Swords being sneaky, cheating, lying. Oh my God. First of all, if you're reading tarot like that, you really shouldn't be reading tarot. Nothing should ever make you in a fear, panic-based mode like that. But anyway, sure, sometimes it could be someone who's being sneaky and dishonest. But I also feel, for me as a reader personally, this Seven of Swords being someone who is strategizing, who doesn't want anyone in on their plot or plan yet because they're planning something here. And depending on how all the other factors come into the situation, depending on, if this person is really going to put in the work, if this person is really going to devote themselves to me, in order to get me engaged and to keep me going, I'm not going to dive headfirst into it. I'm not going to reveal my cards too soon. And I think whoever is the one that's being a little slow is playing the strategy for a reason, especially if they've been hurt before, especially if they've had high hopes before just for it to fall apart. I'm going to go ahead and get all the cards out first, and then we'll dive into it. Wow, yeah. Whoa. Okay, Taurus, bottom of the deck, we have the moon. Pisces energy. I also feel Cancer energy for me as a reader. You could be dealing with one of the signs. You could have the signs in your chart. It does not have to be the case. So yeah, I think, Taurus, your intuition is telling you to take it slow because there is something here that you want to discover more about them. You want to learn more about them. You've only been seeing one side of them, which is a pretty great side. I mean, they're funny, they're attractive. I'm hearing they're pretty cute, and I don't know if that's the way you describe them to your friends or that's how they describe you. I don't know, but they're pretty cute. But you know, people are more complex than that. You know that. And maybe this person reminds you of someone that you've been in a connection with before that really broke your heart. And even for that fact, in that matter, it's already kind of putting you on a bit of a guard. I'm hearing that Usher song. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. See your face whenever I would look at you. You know that song? Great song. For some of you, this is kind of hitting hard as far as, yeah, just the way they have acted or even the way they look. It reminds you of someone from your past. And that's already kind of making someone, yeah, question this, right? Like, oh God, is this another karmic cycle? Is this another karmic test? Is this, going to be something that I'm going to have to learn from again that I don't want to put myself through? Others of you, I wonder if you've heard certain things about this person. You maybe told some people that you're starting to see them, or you've been starting to hang out and someone's been kind of like, Taurus, watch out about this one. And you're kind of wondering why, or that's been on the back of your mind since someone's kind of told you that. But for most of you, I got to be honest here, this is totally a need for self-protection. There's a lot of fears that someone has around love and romance. Especially, the high hopes and the crashing falls that someone has experienced before. And the other person is starting to see that, or starting to notice that the silence or the flakiness, I even feel like someone has been kind of flaky with hanging out and it's really made the other person upset. There's reasons to that. Maybe even someone gets a little bit of anxiety thinking they have to get up, get dressed, go get ready to go out with someone and not know how it's all going to be. Dating again, maybe kind of worrying someone here and getting those anxieties come to the surface even. I do kind of want to clarify this moon card so we can get a little bit more specific about this, exactly what these fears are or what the situation is surrounding. I mean, with the Three of Swords here on your end, Taurus, it definitely indicates like a heartbreak that's still really haunting someone. I feel like you met this person at night, whether you were out with friends or you were somewhere, at a bar, at a club, at a party, you met this person. For a lot of you, it was like a dark room or a dark area or literally nighttime. 3 cards came out. Let's see. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy, 10 of Swords, Gemini energy, and King of Swords, Aquarius energy, with the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You are so done with the players and the playettes, the people who just try to woo you just to get in the pants, just to get some hot things going, just to leave you behind. Maybe even for others of you, you're closing out or have been trying to close out a cycle with someone that had Knight of Wands energy, who you felt very passionate about, where the chemistry was intense, but it didn't work out. And, you may have gotten a little bit carried away with your expectations as far as where you thought it was going to go with that person from before. Maybe this person who you're dealing with currently is already giving you a little bit of flirtatious vibes, seduction vibes, that's making you wonder if they are a player or a playette. With this King of Swords here, regardless if you have Aquarius in your chart or not, I feel this is you, Taurus, because you're trying to see through the BS. You're trying to make sure that there is no BS that you're not picking up on. And you're going to be pretty clear if there's already a huge red flag waving in your face and make them know if it's going to work out or not. But they're really seeing you're playing hard to get right now, Taurus. You are. And at first it intrigued them, but now it's kind of making them wonder and worry if you really are ready for this, if you really are ready for a new cycle in love, or if they should move on. Whatever role you're on, someone's feeling that way. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Center of the 7 of Swords. So yeah, I already kind of gave my little spiel about the 7 of Swords and what I feel about it in this reading. But yeah, I think, I don't know if you've had conversations with this person already and you feel like they were avoiding certain topics. And maybe they do it in a smooth way where they kind of subtly change the subject or kind of like answer your question in a very witty way, but you still feel like, they still didn't really answer what I've been asking about. I don't know. In some way, I feel some sort of emotional avoidance with this card, especially with like the Eight of Cups that we saw at the bottom of the deck here, that Spirit's pointing out to me right now. And that's making someone wonder. I wonder if like that someone here doesn't want to reveal too much about their life, their past, their history. They're a little bit protective over that. And someone really wants to get to know the other person, but the conversations are a little bit limited. I feel that there was recently a date you guys went on when you went out to dinner. You had a good dinner, good conversation. I feel like they paid for your food, paid for your meal for some of you, or offered to pay at least. And that showed you a little bit of something, but you still feel or wonder or worry if there's like a trick up their sleeve. So what's crossing this is the Hangman, Pisces energy. And this is the challenge of the whole situation, right? Is that, someone hasn't made that move. Someone hasn't given that sign or that green light to kind of let the other person know, yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's give this a chance. And it has felt like for someone here, it's been a little bit of a stalemate. It's been a little bit plateaued. And that someone is completely unresponsive with certain suggestions, with certain seductions and flirtations. I almost feel like that flakiness that I was kind of picking up on was that maybe you guys kind of decided, oh yeah, I'll come over. But then, thinking that maybe that would send the wrong message or not would already be moving too fast too soon. Someone kind of just said, you know what, I have work early the next morning. Can we do this another time? And that rubs someone the wrong way a bit. I wonder if someone left something in someone's car, like their jacket, or even one time left their phone in their car is kind of what I'm getting. So random, obviously not for everyone, but like left something accidentally in their car that they had to drive over and get or drop off or whatever, right? But yeah, the majority of this, guys, is that it's been a bit at a pause right now. Someone feels like they're being a bit pushed aside or even being put in a timeout. And others with the Seven of Swords with the Hangman crossing it, there is someone who may be feeling like they're already judging me before they get to know me. And they're already putting this energy out towards me of me just out to hurt them, out to play them, that I feel a little offended by. Because we do see the Hangman as being sometimes the person who's convicted, right? Maybe someone does have like a criminal past, just putting that out there too. But they're waiting, and they're waiting, or you're waiting, whatever side, right? And someone's just wondering, how much longer am I going to have to wait? Crowning this is the Five of Cups. So Scorpio energy. Yeah, again, for someone who may have had to cancel plans or, ditch someone or whatever that was, so whoever's viewing it that way, they were pretty bummed about it. They're pretty upset by it. Or even the lack of progression that this is going. They're tempted so much by the way they kind of notice how you get dressed for them. You dress extra. They think you dress sexy on purpose to kind of let them know you think about them and you want to impress them in some sort of way, to show your beauty, to show off what you have, your handsomeness, whatever, right? But then it's like, okay, I feel like they're into it. Let me give it a shot. And then they feel rejected. In some ways, someone's wondering if the other person is leading them on. That's what I get with this Five of Cups crowning the whole reading. And maybe whoever's the other person that's going slow, that may not be the case. Maybe there's just conversation that needs to be had, but, I don't see that conversation being super open on either side yet. And maybe, again, it's because it's relatively new. But I think there's a lot of misunderstandings within this connection that needs to get a little bit more clear. And maybe too, with this Five of Cups, you know someone that has hooked up with this person before. For some of you, friend, sibling, whatever, right? And maybe that's where it gets a little messy. What's rooting this is the Strength card, Leo energy. So they're stubborn though, Taurus. I mean, when the lion and the bull come head to head, and they may not even be of these astrological signs or whatever, but it's that same type of energy when they kind of start to connect. Both, I think, the lion and the bull will stay determined until they get what they want. Different ways, of course, but they're pretty certain that although there's been obstacles, although things have been going slowly, although there's a lot of questions that haven't really been answered and they don't know where you're at, they don't know where you see this going or how you feel about it, they still feel strongly attracted to you. And they're kind of annoyed by that at the same time because they wish they can almost say, well, you know what, fine, whatever. After that first time, plans didn't go well, or they couldn't hang out with me, or they rejected a kiss from me or whatever. Usually I'm just like deuces and go on to the next. But with you, they feel something more stronger than that to just leave it behind. They know there's more to this. And that's why they're holding on to this. They're holding on to the hope of you eventually opening up or giving in, or maybe this is your energy, right, Taurus? But whoever's on this Strength card here, I mean, maybe too, Taurus, what attracted you with this person is that they are confident. Maybe they were the first to hit you up, the first to hit on you, to ask you out, to get your number. And they have this confidence that just, confidence is really sexy. And it really does show you that they're sure of themselves and they're sure of you, which maybe even be flattering to some extent. But again, I know you want me, but that doesn't mean you can have me right away immediately. And you want to see how long they'll hold on to this. If, I'm hearing that song by Aaliyah, at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. I want to see if they really do want me, they're going to have to show me that they could put up with all of the good and bad in me. Not bad per se, but it's like that Marilyn Monroe quote, like, if you can't accept me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. I think that's what you're kind of trying to see before you put your heart out there again. And that makes total sense. Your energy in this, or how they see your energy, is the Three of Swords. So Libra energy here coming through. So yeah, I really do feel, again, and you can always flip it, but Taurus, you're the one that's carrying some sort of heartbreak still. Whether you're trying to heal it now, which is great, and I'm rooting for you on that, or even the pain still lingers, and that's kind of what's overriding, it's kind of signaling to your ego or to your intuition that something has to be wrong. I was wrong before. I could be wrong now about this person, sending all the red flags. But is that from this person, or is that from what you experienced in the past? Because there is heartbreak here. And if this is how they view you, Taurus, they are kind of upset that everything hasn't, progressed in this yet, or that it still seems like you're not ready for this, or you're not giving them the go to pursue this further. And they may be viewing you as being the one that will eventually just break their heart, or tell them it's done, you're not interested, and they'll be really hurt by that. How you view them, or how their energy is within this connection right now, is the Six of Cups. So very interesting. Again, like for some of you, straight up, this person just reminds you of your ex. Okay, I'm just putting that out there, double clarify. Scorpio energy, by the way. And that's kind of what's troubling things or causing obstacles, whether it's physically or just their mannerisms remind you of them. Others of you, this newer person who has entered your life, you guys may have had a past life or a contract. And that's why when they met you, they felt this pull towards you. But maybe in a past life, you were kind of rejected by this person. And that's why your heart is kind of guarded. And maybe that's why the moon card's coming out here, because of past life energy that is, you know, reminding you of what happened before that was not of this lifetime. I hope that makes sense. Look up past life regressions, past life therapies, past life readings are really, really interesting. But on their end, if it has nothing to do really with past life, or they don't remind you of your ex or whatever, you know, they're holding out so strongly on this with the Strength card too, because with the experiences they've had, even if it's been slow, or even if there were times that you know, kind of subtly rejected their advances, like, they really did have fun with you. They really did have good times with you. The first date you went on, the second date, the third, they think about those, and they think about those very, very positively. So, you know, based on the experiences they already have with you, they're really hoping that it could go further between the two of you. But for a lot of you, you need to know there's a past life situation with this newer person here. And maybe even for others of you with the Six of Cups here being on their energy, they may be the person that Spirit sent into your life to replace the past. So you can heal from the past finally and move on with this newer person that may have a lot to show to you if you were to give them the chance. But again, Taurus, I'm not judging at all. I completely get how painful, you know, certain connections can be, and wanting to heal and wanting to protect. I get it 100%. I just don't know if this person gets it, because I don't know if you guys have had that conversation or had that talk, which you can have in your own time. But this is something that's been weighing heavily in their heart about you, because they are so optimistic. They are holding on to this, and they really do want to make this work. All right, Taurus, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what they're likely to do by the end of the month, what's likely to happen and unfold, what do you need to know about them and their intentions? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of the situation and what is likely to happen and unfold, and if there's anything else you need to know about this situation so you can make the best decision for yourself. And pull some oracle cards as well to dive deeper into the connection. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Taurus, I really hope that this has resonated with you and given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to your love life. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.